Alright, everybody's shoes off. Okay, so we're going to start in standing. Just standing nice and relaxed. Alright, with our feet just under our hips. Can everybody hear me okay? Cool. Okay, so we're going to start. Just give me a sec. Move that. Alright. We're going to start just by pointing our toes. So just getting our toes pointing. So just really stretching into that pointed position one at a time. Just in front. Good. And then out to the side as well. So pointed the toes out to the side. Lovely. And out to the back. Just a couple. Pointing your nice big toe as far as you can. Out to the back. Good. And relax. So you should feel that a little bit in your calves. So then all we're going to do is just bend the knees and then straighten them. So we're looking for the knees to just go over the toes. So just bending the ankles. So just run nice and gently. Good. Okay, then we're going to go up on the toes. So from here, we're just going to go up and down. Again, so just working the calves. Nice. Okay, I want you to move into doing that with bent knees now. So just up and down, bent knees. If you can balance, you might need to hold something. Good. Okay, then we're just going to do that one leg at a time. So picking up the pace just a little bit, keeping the toes in contact with the floor. Lovely. Okay, and just relax. So then we're just going to alternate going onto our heels now. So just on our heels, lifting our toes off, just walking on the spot. Good, trying to keep the balance. I'm walking all over the place. Okay, and relax. So then we're just going to go into doing some Michael Jackson. So we're going to bend the knees, we're going to go up onto the toes, we're going to straighten the knees and back down. So you might want to bring the arms into this. I'll show you in a sec. Up and back down. So this is balance as well. So as you bend, the arms come out, up onto the toes, straighten and back down. So a couple of those. Lovely. Alright, so we're going to change now to having our legs wide apart. And all we're going to do is we're going to just relax down between the legs. So really nice and just floppy, calling it a rag doll. All we're going to do is just flop our body between our legs. You can have slightly flexed knees with this. We're just going to spend a minute just in this position. So flop your head down between your arms. Just rocking from one leg to the other. Nice and relaxed. Good. Okay, if you can just take your legs a little bit wider. We're going to do the same again. So we're going to take the legs a bit wider. We're just going to relax down through the middle, taking your hands across to one side, across to the other. There's no real technique to this, so it's just a relaxation exercise. Lovely. Okay, if we come up now just to standing, keep with the legs apart. All we're going to do is just take the weight over to one side, so stretching down the inside of the leg. And we're just going to hold for a few seconds and then rotate across to the other side. Good, and we're just going to do a couple on each side. Nice, so just working those adductors. Very nice. Okay, we're going to go into a lunge. So just dropping the back knee, lunging forward, stretching the front of the hip now. So just pushing those hips forward as much as you can that's comfortable. Okay, it shouldn't be painful. You can keep the toe up, you can drop it down, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're going to just take the arms up into the air. And a nice deep breath in if you can. Stretching those fingertips up to the ceiling. Good, and breath out. Keeping the arms up. Alright, and if we just rock back now, weight onto the back leg, we're just going to take this leg into extension. So we're looking at stretching the hamstring here. So just remember to keep the toe nice and relaxed. We're not pulling the toe up towards us. We've got a nice slightly flexed knee, and we're just going to relax into it, feeling a stretch down the back of our leg. Nice. And then we're just going to rock forward again into that first position, arms up in the air, big breath in, good, and out. Okay, we're going to swap over the legs now. So take the other leg forward, we're stretching the hip flexor on the other side, good, pushing the hip into it. You should feel that nice stretch down the front of the pelvis, down your quad, very nice, good, arms up in the air again, nice, good, and then we're just going to rock back, so hamstring again, so just relax the foot at the front, slightly flex knee, pushing the weight back so we feel a stretch down the hamstring. Lovely, and back up into that lunge position, arms in the air. Good. Nice. Okay, and just relax. Alright, so we're going to go now onto our knees. We're going to put our hands down. We're going to do a bit of a downward dog position, okay? It's really not my favourite, but we're going to try and go up, pushing the weight down through the heels. For me, I have to flex my knees and keep them slightly bent. Okay, but we're trying to push the heels down into the floor, bottom in the air. Good, and really pushing away with our hands. Lovely. Okay, from here what we're going to do is just change position, and we're just going to drop the hips down to the floor, and we're going to go opposite way, stretching up to the ceiling, extending your back. Good, so looking up to the ceiling as well. Lovely, and don't forget to breathe. And we're going to go back into our downward dog, so tucking up the toes. We're going to go bum in the air, weight into the heels, pushing through our hands. Good, don't hold your breath. Lovely. And then back into our back extension, drop the hips, looking up to the ceiling. Good. Okay, if we drop down now onto our elbows, so all you're going to do is just walk your elbows over to one side. So let's say the left, it doesn't matter. And we're just going to go again, hands down. We're going to push up into extension with your body slightly flexed over to the left. Good, so that stretch you should feel perhaps down the front of your abs. We're going to go down, we're going to walk over to the other side, so to the right side. And push up. Good, and back down. Okay, so seeing as we're lying on the floor, we're going to do a bit of a quad stretch just in lying. So this is quite nice. So grabbing one of your feet or your ankles and just pulling your heel in towards your bum. Okay, for some people who perhaps are a little bit tight here, you'll feel that your hips and your bum come up. So we want to try and keep that hip bone on the floor. Nice, so just stretching as much as is comfortable for you. And we're going to swap over the legs. So to the other leg, same thing, heel towards the bottom. Bit of a stretch there. Good, okay, we're going to go to two legs now. So we did this last week, if you tuned in last week. We're going to try and grab both ankles at the same time. Again, if you struggle with this, that's absolutely fine. Just go to one at a time like we've just done and repeat. But we're going to grab both at the same time, and we're going to try and just push away. So our chest should raise off the floor, our thighs off the floor, and we're just going to hold that position, bit of a stretch in the shoulders for a few seconds. Whew, and relax. Good. Okay, so staying in this position, lying on the floor on your tummy. What we're going to do, point the toes. So pointing the toes, we're going to straighten one of your legs. So let's go with the left. We're going to straighten the leg, and we're going to just lift the leg up off the floor. So you're going to try and keep that knee really straight, keep the toe pointed. We're going to lift off the floor, okay, and back down again. So we're going to go with the other side now. So point the right toe, keep the knee really straight. We're going to lift the leg off. So you're squeezing your butt, good, and back down again, okay. Once again, on each side, point the toe, straighten the knee, lift off, good, back down, and the other side, point, lift off, good. Okay, we're going to do that with a bent knee this time, so bend the left knee. So with the heel now, we're going to lift the heel up towards the ceiling. So just pushing the heel up towards the ceiling. Now the difference here, you should feel it a little bit more in your hamstring. Okay, we're just going to hold there and relax down and then swap over. So bending up the other knee, push the heel up towards the ceiling, lift the thigh off, good, hold, and back down. Oh, it's a bit shaky, that one. Okay, so if we roll onto our side now, so changing position, side lying, and you can just relax your head onto your arm, or if you've got a pillow, brilliant. Okay, so knees slightly bent, not fully up, just slightly bent, heels together. All we're going to do here is just lift the top knee. So a bit like, again, what we did before, just lifting the knee really gently. It won't go very far. In fact, we don't want it to go very far because that means you're probably rotating out. So we want to try and keep the hips facing forward. We're going to just lift the top knee, pop it back down again, and just keep repeating. Okay, to make it a little bit harder, we're going to lift both the heels off, and again, peeling the top knee away and back down. And just a few of those. Good. And rest back down. So keeping the bottom knee bent, we're going to straighten the top knee, leading with the heel up towards the ceiling, lifting the leg as high as we can. Good, so you should feel this in the outside of your hip. If you put your hand on your waist, you should feel your butt muscle switching on. Okay, we're going to keep it up high, and all we're going to do is just pulse a little bit, so just up and down. Very, very slightly. We don't want to see a big movement here. Just very slightly, just pulsing. Keep the heel leading towards the ceiling. Don't turn your leg out. Very nice. Keep going, keep going. Ooh, okay, and relax. Right, we're going to roll over now. Other side. So, same routine again. We're going to start with the clam. So feet down, heels and knees together. All we're going to do is just start lifting the top knee nice and steady. Again, for this you might find one side is a lot easier than the other. Good, and just building it up by lifting the heels off the floor so that you're starting a little bit higher, and just lift. And nice and steady, knees back together. Lovely. One more. Okay, and relax back down. So top leg straight now. So heel leading towards the ceiling. We're going to go up as high as we can with a straight leg. As high as we can. Again, you can feel that muscle really working. And we're just going to pulse up and down with that leg. Good, good, good. It's really funny on the screen because you can just see all your legs going up and down. Very nice. Good, a bit longer. Ooh, all right, and relax. Good, okay. Ooh, we're going to roll onto our back now. So still in lying, roll onto your back. And you can sit yourself up actually. So let's sit yourself up. Let's look at our legs out in front of us. So again, nice pointy toes here. We're going to do a similar thing, okay, so where we just lift up the leg. So nice and straight, we're going to squeeze the thigh, lift off the leg, Good, and we're just going to pulse it up and down just very, very slightly. Lovely. Okay, swap over your legs. Other one, lifting up and just pulsing up and down. Alright, so for the next exercise, what we need to be doing, you might need to just use your arms here to relax. We're going to lift up one and we're going to do scissors like this. So it's pulsing one after the other. Okay, now if you feel confident to do so, we're going to then lift off the arms. So we're almost in a bit of a hollow rock. Lifting off the arms, getting your abs to shake a bit. Good. Ooh, and relax. Lovely. Okay, let's go for something easier. So, taking the soles of the feet together now. So knees are going out to the sides. All right. So getting comfortable, bringing your heels towards your pelvis as much as you can, and then letting the knees drop out. So just relaxing there. Okay, holding the feet. Now if you do hold on to the ankles a little bit further up, you can press with your elbows. So just pressing the knees down just a little bit. Very nice. And then we're going to just lift the chest. If you can, stretching up, pushing the knees down. Lovely. Good. Good, and relax. Okay, taking one leg out to the side now. Bring that foot in towards the other leg. Okay, we're just going to focus on this leg. Now out in front. Okay, we're just going to wiggle the toes a bit before you then start to just pull yourself down towards the foot.